Ash Ketchum is finally 10 years old enough to be a Pokémon trainer. Unfortunately, on the big day when he has to go pick his Pokémon, he wakes up late as he destroyed the alarm clock in his sleep. So he arrives late to Professor Rock's lab, the Pokémon teacher, who shows him that all the Pokémon he had for the new 10-year-old trainers are gone. They haven't run away, they've taken it like that. So Ash has no choice but to take a mischievous Pikachu that doesn't want to go inside his Pokeball, and even more doesn't want to listen to Ash himself. Still determined, Ash begins his journey by tying the Pikachu with a rope and dragging it. In his quest to catch new Pokemon, Ash accidentally throws a rock at a wart's head, rousing a whole month of these very aggressive Pokemon who start attacking and chasing Ash. As they try to escape the pimples, Ash and Pikachu borrow a bike from a red-headed girl named Misty. But in the end, they can't escape the fury of the upset Finns. And no matter how hard the Pikachu fights, Ash uses his body to protect him. That's the moment where the Pikachu realizes how much Ash cares for him, and with a powerful electric attack, he knocks out all the pimples while also destroying Misty's bike. With Ash exhausted and Pikachu badly injured from the battle, our two heroes see a pure Pokémon flying above them in the sky. Ash picks up his injured Pokémon and heads to Viridian City to take the Pikachu to the Pokémon Center to be treated by Nurse Joy. However, while the Pikachu is in critical condition, Misty, the girl who took her bike earlier, finds Ash and asks him for the change for her damaged bike. However, when Misty realizes that Pikachu's condition is critical, she sits by Ash's side to support him, while at the same time she tells Ash that there is no way she will leave him until he pays her back for her damaged bike. At the same time a group is misbehaving, Team Rocket attacks the center Pokémon, which is the Pikachu, trying to steal all the Pokémon that are over there. During the siege, Pikachu recovers from his injuries and uses a very powerful electric shock to send Team Rocket into the skies. And there to say is the point where Team Rocket begins to see the Pikachu with different eyes and creates this sick blood they have to catch this Pokémon. Our heroes continue their exploits in the Birdian Forest, where Asta encounters a Caterpie, which will be the first Pokémon he will officially catch. While the next day in the same forest, Asta manages to catch a Pidgeot, the third member of his group. And while the lovable members of Team Rocket, Jessie, James, and Meowth will once again try to steal the Pikachu, Asta throws the Caterpie into the fray, and after a string shot to stop Team Rocket, the Caterpie will evolve in transition. And here, guys, is where the most epic Pokémon battle will come. You know very well why I speak. After a battle, a herd of wild Bitrills attack Asta, causing him to once again use the Metapod, which with his hard body will defeat some of the Bitrills and evolve into a butterfly. Arriving in Pewter City, Asta is all too ready to take on Brock, the town's gym leader, to claim the Boulder Badge. Brock only having Stone-type Pokémon and Ash being the most inexperienced trainer in the world, decides to use Pikachu against Brock's Onix, losing the battle. After Ash meets Flint, a mysterious man who sells rocks, Ash trains and strengthens Pikachu in a watermill. Ash manages to defeat Brock this time, due to an accident in the gym, and despite his victory, Ash will not accept to take the rock emblem. Of course, after this battle, Flint reveals that he is Brock's long-lost father, who had been going to get milk from the stand for quite a few years, and he will finally take charge and travel with them. And we have children here beyond the making of the legendary original trio, as our friends make their way through the Mountain Moon. Brock manages to catch a Zubat, and our characters save the Moonstone from Team Rocket once again. And our characters will arrive in Cerulean City, where Ash intends to defeat the city's gym leader over there. Misty, for some reason, expresses her desire to avoid Cerulean City. Then it is revealed that the reason she doesn't want to she goes there is that the town's gym is owned by her three sisters, who have turned it into an enclosure dash circus. Yes, anyway. So the three sisters have no desire to fight Ash and tell him they can just give him the Cascade Badge. However, Misty does not agree with this decision and will fight Ash herself as a gym leader. During their battle, guess who is coming? Yes, Team Rocket, who will once again attack a gym to steal all the Pokémon there. Ash and Pikachu will manage to chase Team Rocket, and because he protected the gym, Misty's 3 sisters will give Ash the Cascade Badge, another cheesy emblem for Ash. With 2 emblems in the pocket, Ash, Misty, and Brock continue their journey to Vermilion City, and on the way our heroes will find a creature, which Ash and Misty will try to catch. However, a Bulbasaur will come to attack. After a while it is revealed that this Bulbasaur and its owner Melanie are rescuing Pokémon that have been injured and caught in traps by hunters. And it is understood that once again Team Rocket will try to catch all these injured Pokémon, but Ash and his company have other plans by once again taking out Team Rocket and saving the Pokémon. Bulbasaur was excited by Ash's bravery, and Melanie decides to give it to him. So Bulbasaur and Pikachu battle, with Pikachu winning and Ash catching the 4th Pokémon. Continuing on their way to Vermilion City, our heroes come across a Charmander sitting on a rock as if waiting for something. Ash tries to catch it, however it seems that this particular Charmander belongs to a trainer. That same night, however, a terrible rain breaks out, and despite its intensity, Charmander continues to wait for his trainer, who seems to have given up. At this point I want to say how much of a mudworm Charmander's trainer is, who had given him said to wait on that rock and he'll come back to get him anyway, cause Charmander is a fire-type Pokemon. In the rain he hurt him very badly, making the fire on his tail almost go out. Our sons, still. Saved him, and the Charmander, after helping Nash save Pikachu once again from Team Rocket, decides to go with him. Having now 5 Pokemon in his team, Ash continues his journey to the city of Vermilion. But there our friends will fall victim to the Squirtle Squad, a group of mischievous Squirtles who constantly pull pranks on passers-by, and led by a Squirtle who wears the coolest and 9 glasses into the world. Once again, Team Rocket will try to catch the Squirtles from the Squirtle Squad, and Ash and his friends will save the day again, saving all the Squirtles, and making Squirtle the leader with the cool glasses. Like I said, want to join Ash's team. So almost reaching Vermilion City, Ash finds a Krabby to catch, but his Pokeball disappears, teaching us that a trainer can't have more than 6 Pokemon on his team. Finally reaching Vermilion City, Ash challenges Gym Leader, Lieutenant Serge, who has a Raichu on his team. Lieutenant Serge makes fun of Ash, who hasn't evolved his Pikachu. And it's one of the most important moments of the anime, because in that episode, Nurse Joy gives Ash and Pikachu a Thunderstone, which means this would be Pikachu's chance to evolve. After their defeat by Lieutenant Serge and the Raichu, Ash and Pikachu go and train. They become much stronger, and he succeeds and takes it Thunder Badge. There we learn that you need 8 badges to get to the Regional Pokemon Championship. Then we have some of the more memorable filler episodes, like the one with the sinking cruiser ship in which James from Team Rocket had bought a Magikarp which became Old Man on Giganteon Island. Pokemon, the attack by Giganteon Tentacruel and the Maiden's Ghost. So, as our heroes continue their journey to Saffron City, and Ash's next emblem, Ash's Butterfree, meets a pink Butterfree and falls in love. And here they are, guys, the point of the anime, where I cry every time, because Ash will say goodbye to him, Butterfree, in one of the most emotional moments of the anime, and he will have 5 Pokemon in his team, again. So Ash and his friends arrive in the city of Saffron, where there a mysterious man warns them not to go to the gym, because a very dangerous woman. She is the gym leader, despite the man's warning. Ash and his friends go to the gym, and Ash lost to the Ambra, which during the battle turned into a Combra. Ash is spared because he saved him the mysterious man who tells him to go to Lavender Town and to find a ghost-type Pokemon. Ash and Pikachu do as the man told them, and they arrive at a haunted tower, and there they meet Ghastly, Gengar, and Hunter. After the first death, one would say to Ash, they just became friends and follows him. And so with Hunter and his company, Ash goes back to Saffron City Gym to save his friends and get the emblem, where Ash asks for Hunter's help. Last minute decides to disappear, so Ash will use his normal Pokemon to defeat Sabrina. Luckily for everyone, moment Hunter decides to come back to Ash, but instead of fighting Sabrina, he finally makes her laugh. And because he made her laugh, the magic seems to have worked, and she stopped having a bad in any mood. Sabrina frees our friends and gives Ash the marsh bands. And so for the story, Honder makes a decision to live with Sabrina and her family. So Ash and his friends once again embark on a journey to Shelton City, this time for his next emblem. But on the way to this city, he will face the best hat thief we have ever seen in anime, Monkey, which after a lot of fighting Chase and another fight with Team Rocket, James makes the mistake of kicking Monkey, which made him so angry, which evolved into Primap. Ash manages to catch Primap, making it the 6th Pokemon of his team. Arriving in Shelton City, Ash unknowingly insulted the city's gym leader, Erica. However, nothing was going to stop him from entering the gym and getting the next emblem, so he decided to dress up as a girl to do it. Despite being discovered all too soon, Team Rocket decides to attack a gym again, and Ash saves the day, even though the gym burns down. However, Ash saved Erica's Glum, who decides to give another jazzy emblem, the Rainbow Badge, to Ash. In the following episodes, Misty will manage to catch an iconic Pokémon, Sidak, as Misty accidentally drops a Pokeball and Sidak activates it and enters. And in the next town, Brock meets Susie, a very famous Pokémon breeder, who will give Brock a beautiful Vulpix. Next, our heroes will pass by a dojo where it seems the Primeape is too suited to fight in a dojo, so Ash decides to give it to the owner and be left with 5 Pokémon again. In the next episode, Ash manages to catch a Mac, which he will apparently keep as his 6th Pokémon for the time being, and Jesse and James's Pokemon Ekans and Coughing will evolve into Arbok and Wheezing. Arriving in Fuchsia City, our heroes discover a mansion which is so a bit ninja style, and in a very short time they will discover that this building is the gym of Fuchsia City, and Ash will fight the gym leader Koga. Not to mention Team Rocket attacking Misty's Sidak. This time will break them up, and Ash will get an emblem. This would be followed by several fillers such as Kaga Scan Kit and the Legend of Dratini, which was never translated into English as a character threatened Ash with a club. And then we have Electric Soldier Porygon, which is an episode that sent I don't know how many Japanese girls to the hospital with epilepsy. Our heroes arrive at a carnival where Ash and his company try to help Melvin, a magician who has lost touch with the sport. Ash's Charmander helps Melvin pull a magic trick and wake up the executors before they get hurt by the bomb that Team Rocket planted. After this, Ash's Charmander evolves into Charmeleon, which unfortunately doesn't listen to him that much and makes a fool of himself. Then Ash and his friends find themselves in a canyon looking for fossil Pokémon. Over there, they manage to awaken a prehistoric Pokémon, the Aerodrome, which Aerodactyl will kidnap Ash. And if I'm not mistaken, it wanted to eat Ash while at the same time it will kick and belittle the Charmeleon out of his nerves. Because he can't defeat the Aerodactyl, he evolves again after 2 episodes into Charizard, and eventually he will save Ash. But if the Charmeleon was a troublemaker and didn't listen to Ash, guys, Charizard doesn't listen to anything, he's crazy. And where Ash had a very loyal Charmer, suddenly he's ended up with a Charizard who doesn't listen to him at all. At the end of the episode, Ash will find a very strange egg, which will keep this egg after a few episodes will hatch anyway, while Ash took care of it for so long. The first person who will see the Pokemon that hatched is Misty, whom she also considers her mother, so she will stay with her. That Pokemon is Togepi. Ash's bull, Bashar, gets seriously injured in battle after taking it to Pokemon Center. Sakoma Joey tells him it's not so much injured as that it's ready to evolve. Bull Bashar decides he doesn't want to be an Ivysaur, and remains in his basic form. Our heroes arrive at Cinnabar Island, where there Ash will be able to fight for his 7th emblem of it. Seems the gym is closed as the island is full of tourists, and there are no serious trainers for Gym Leader anyway. After solving some puzzles that Gym Leader gave them, Blaine Ash found himself in the volcano crater of the island. There he will fight Gym Leader of Cinnabar Island, while Ash's Squirtle loses to Blaine's 9 tails, and Charizard simply refuses to fight Radon. Pikachu saves the day and has a secret weapon, the strongest Pokemon. Magmar will win Ash's Pikachu relatively easily by making it lose its grip. But the next day, our heroes manage to save the island from the eruption of a volcano, so Blaine will give Ash one more chance in a battle, so one-on-one Blaine will choose his ace Magmar, while Ash will choose to bring Charizard into battle. Charizard Let's say that while it is Ash's strongest Pokémon, it is useless to him as it doesn't listen to any of his commands. Yet Charizard, after a terrible epic battle with Magmar, will manage to defeat him and give Ash his 7th Charizard emblem, continues to not listen to Ash because he considers him to be too weak a trainer. The gym in Viridian City reopened. Recall that Viridian City was the first city to visited by Ash after Ballet Town. And as they arrive in Viridian City, Ash meets Gary, his rival and grandson of Professor Rook, who tells them that at the Viridian City gym he faced the strongest Pokémon he had ever seen. This Pokémon is none other than Mewtwo, who decided to side with Team Rocket trying to control his power. And this is also the teaser of the first Pokémon movie that talks about the creation of Mewtwo and his battle with the Mew instead of the events of the movie that maybe we will discuss in another video. Giovanni, the gym leader of Viridian City, having lost his Mew, he decides to give the gym to Jesse and James, who once again lose to Ash. Oh my god, what a surprise. And Ash wins the Earth Badge, his 8th badge, so he can go to the Indigo League, as Ash returns back home to his ball to prepare for the Pokemon League. They prescribe Ash's father, a Mr. Mime, which will eventually be taken home and live with Ash's mother next. We will have a showdown of feelers. A great episode with the story of Meowth, and how Team Rocket's Meowth learned to talk, and in one of these feelers the Ash meets Bruno, a member of the Elite Four, who convinces them to stay in the mountains. And continue their training. Ash arrives at the Indigo Plateau, or otherwise the Pokemon Championship, inspired by the Olympics. Maybe Moltres pops to light the championship fire, and now officially Ash has his first battle in his first Pokemon Championship. There beyond, Ash's Krabby will succeed to evolve into a Kingler, giving him the victory and the right to advance to the next round, where their Ash will fight in a stone arena. And at the last moment in the final battle, Squirtle, with a terrible move which he will learn during the battle, will give him the victory, and Ash will advance to the 3rd round over there, a frozen arena, and a trainer called Pete, or otherwise Petros, are waiting for Ash, and after an okay battle, one would say, with a Cloyster and an Arcanine, Ash will manage to win and to advance to the 4th round, as Gary uses the most beautiful Pokemon in the world, a Nidoking. As we bounce back to Ash, not we care about Gary. So in the next round, Ash will face a trainer named Janet Fisher, and it will be the hardest battle Ash has done so far. Janet will use a Beedrill, a Scyther, and a Bellsprout, and Ash will fight with Bullbuster, Pikachu, and Mac and Ash, using for the first time what would be called the most unorthodox tactic in the world, and Mac's flexible body will manage to beat the 4th round and advance to the next. And actually, the next round is the phase of the 16 of the championship. If I forgot to say that unorthodox thing we talked about before, with Ash winning battles without any logic. Yeah, we're going to see a lot of that. Then Ash will meet a trainer called Richie, and he is probably one of the few trainers where they name their Pokemon. After some adventures, Richie and Ash will become very good friends. And after a while, it is announced that in Phase 16, Ash, he will have to fight his own new friend to advance to the championship. Over. There, everything seems to be going well for Ash, as the last 2 Pokemon are Sparky Richie's Pikachu on one side and Ash's Charizard on the other. Charizard decides to lay down and sleep instead of fighting, and just like that, Ash will be eliminated from the league, and Richie will move on. However, in the next phase, in Phase 8, Richie was lost, and that's how our championship ends. And these were Ash's adventures in the Kanto region. In the next episode, we will see how their story will continue, so I'll leave it here. The playlist with all the episodes, so you don't miss any. Because I had to watch all the episodes to be able to make this video. Think about leaving a like and subscribing to the channel if you liked it. Anyway, see you in the next episode. Good continuity.